Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got an exciting research topic to dive into: the connection between authentic leadership and employee voice behavior, a longitudinal study. This is a fascinating area that explores how leaders' authenticity impacts the way employees share their ideas, concerns, and suggestions in the workplace. Stick around as we unpack the importance of this research, the key chapters, and how they're structured. Importance of the research topic. So, why is this topic so important? Well, in today's rapidly evolving workplaces, employee engagement and open communication play a pivotal role in organizational success. Authentic leadership, where leaders are genuine, transparent, and open, can significantly impact how employees feel about voicing their opinions. This research can provide insights that help organizations create environments where employees feel valued and empowered to contribute their thoughts. Real-world examples. Let's take a moment to connect theory with reality. Imagine a company where the CEO openly shares their own challenges and experiences, encouraging employees to do the same. This level of authenticity can lead to increased trust and better employee voice behavior. On the flip side, a leader who only pays lip service to feedback but doesn't genuinely consider it might stifle employee voices over time. Chapter 1 Introduction. Chapter 1, the introduction, sets the stage for our research. It's like the trailer of a movie. It introduces the main characters and the plot. Here's what it covers. Research problem. A common research problem could be: how does authentic leadership impact employee voice behavior over time? Research significance. For instance, this study aims to shed light on the role of authentic leadership in fostering a culture of open communication, which can ultimately lead to improved employee engagement and organizational innovation. Research questions. Here are 3 sample research questions. What is the relationship between authentic leadership and the frequency of employee voice behavior? Does the impact of authentic leadership on employee voice behavior vary across different organizational contexts? How does the longitudinal aspect influence the connection between authentic leadership and employee voice behavior? Research objectives. 3 sample research objectives could be: to examine the extent to which authentic leadership influences the willingness of employees to voice their opinions. To identify factors that mediate or moderate the relationship between authentic leadership and employee voice behavior. To provide recommendations for organizational leaders to enhance employee voice behavior through authentic leadership practices. Research rationale. An example of a research rationale could be: understanding how authentic leadership impacts employee voice behavior is essential for organizations seeking to foster cultures of innovation and inclusivity. Chapter 2 Literature Review. Moving on to Chapter 2, the Literature Review. This chapter is like the backstage tour of the research, where we explore existing knowledge on the topic. Here are some suitable subtopics and examples. Authentic leadership theories. Dive into theories like the authentic leadership theory by Avolio and Gardner. This theory suggests that authentic leaders who exhibit self-awareness, transparency, and moral integrity can positively impact employee outcomes. For instance, think of a leader who openly shares their personal values and encourages their team to do the same. Employee voice behavior models. Consider the cognitive moral model of employee voice. This model explains that employees assess the potential risks and benefits of speaking up. It's like an employee deciding whether to share a new idea based on the potential reward and possible backlash. Social exchange theory. This theory could be relevant to your research. It's about how employees perceive the exchange of their contributions for rewards. For example, when a leader acknowledges and rewards employees for their input, they're more likely to engage in voice behavior. Literature gap. The literature gap is where you identify areas that haven't been explored yet. For instance, while many studies have focused on authentic leadership's impact on employee engagement, there's a gap in understanding how it influences the long-term development of employee voice behavior. Chapter 3 Methodology. On to Chapter 3, the methodology. This is like the recipe for your research. Let's cover the key areas. Conceptual framework. Imagine a conceptual framework where the independent variables are authentic leadership, employee trust, and organizational culture. The dependent variable is employee voice behavior. These variables interconnect. shaping how employees choose to voice their opinions. Research philosophy. A suitable research philosophy could be interpretivism. This aligns with the idea of understanding the subjective experiences of employees and leaders when it comes to authentic leadership and voice behavior. Research approach. An inductive research approach could be apt. You're building your conclusions from the ground up, based on the data you collect. Research strategy. A longitudinal study, given your focus on observing changes over time, could be a strong strategy. Research choice. A mixed methods approach could provide a comprehensive understanding. This way, you can gather both quantitative data, numbers, and qualitative insights, stories. Data analysis method. Given your research's complexity, a mixed methods approach could involve quantitative statistical analysis and thematic analysis for qualitative data. Ethical considerations. Think about obtaining informed consent from participants, ensuring confidentiality, and avoiding any harm. For instance, you'd want to ensure that employees' opinions are anonymized when reporting results. Limitations and delimitations. Acknowledge potential limitations, like the possibility of response bias. Delimitations could involve focusing on specific industries or geographic regions due to resource constraints. Chapter 4 Data Analysis. Chapter 4, Data Analysis, is where you crunch the numbers and draw conclusions based on your methodology. If it's quantitative, you'd analyze data using statistical techniques. Let's say you had a sample size of 500 participants, and you used regression analysis to determine the relationships between authentic leadership and voice behavior. If it's qualitative, you'd analyze interview responses or open-ended survey questions to identify recurring themes. For instance, you might have conducted in-depth interviews with 20 employees and coded their responses to uncover patterns in their perceptions of authentic leadership. Chapter 5 Conclusion and Recommendations. The conclusion wraps up your findings, highlighting key takeaways. It's like the grand finale of a fireworks show, leaving your audience with a lasting impression. Recommendations follow, suggesting ways organizations can leverage authentic leadership to enhance employee voice behavior and foster innovation. Future research. Lastly, suggestions for future research. You could explore the impact of cultural differences on authentic leadership's effectiveness, or delve into the role of technology in facilitating employee voice behavior in virtual workplaces. And there you have it. The connection between authentic leadership and employee voice behavior, a longitudinal study. For access to a preliminary version of the research topic, please follow the hyperlink provided in the description. Remember, research like this can be a game changer for organizations aiming to create thriving, communicative workplaces. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more research insights. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next video.